Sorry, in the last video, part 9, I can't even remember properly. It's part 9, and some things I can't say properly, like my father dismisses that I haven't brought this on myself, that I loved Mr. Sa, my love was true. He doesn't value the true things about human beings. My mother was true, genuine, and that his family is mean. So what I was saying is that I was really sick in my childhood. I was visiting from London, Dubai, my aunt's wedding or something. I got really sick afterwards. And this cousin has come to my mother's sister's house saying that I should be in their house. So get well soon and go to their house. I mean, he's standing at the door and he's demanding I get well soon. It was like a demand. So this person is really sick, I found out later years also. And my father, actually our enemies want us to get fed up of each other. One goes for gambling, the other doesn't want this. The wife wants her husband at home. He's in the nights going to gambling. He says that is okay, but he couldn't accept my mother's weaknesses, and perhaps increased because of his mother, what his mother did to my mother, and what his sister Zakia did to my mother. And so please stop giving excuses for the crimes and the criminals, that we should take responsibility. We've tried our best to take responsibility and do our part properly, responsibly. So in the last video, I made some mistakes, like the murdered, not the murderer, the poor murdered. Maybe he was completely innocent. He didn't arouse or provoke any anger. They killed him out of jealousy or something else to gain by taking his life and such things. And like they would provoke this anger in my mother so that when my father comes, she would fight with my father. That's what they taught her when she came. When she was 13, she came. So this is what they taught her to do, to fight with my father when he would come back home. Oh yes, and Sabia was asking me, it was just on my birthday or just after my birthday, that why aren't you coming to the wedding? So I told her that I was not invited, and I'm not well, but I wasn't even invited. So since she was saying, no, you come, I had to tell her, no, I will not go. Maybe because I said something there on Facebook that she found out, and so she didn't like it. And so Sabia said, no, Zakia can never be like this. Oh, I just kept quiet. Because in my childhood, I've known her to be very begrudging and getting offensive, and then her and her mother planning these things against me in Karachi. And about the world situation, I'm sorry, I'm not into politics, but justice and truth. Justice cannot be done here with me, couldn't be done with my mother. Who is wrong? How do we know? How can we tell? So I only can speak about my life. And today and now, recently, I mean, I thought Hazrat Fatima Zahra, Salam Allah Alayha, had sent her disciple to make us well because I had chronic fatigue, but my condition got worse and my mother died so tragically. So where is Hazrat Fatima Zahra? They were telling me this is the end, or this is the end of the witch, the end of the devils, the end of darkness, the end of ignorance. This is the time of Imam Sahib Zaman, and I really don't want to keep suffering and die suffering like my mother did, and all of us get fed up of my mother, my poor mother. And yes, another thing was that I used to take my father's side to calm down my mother, although I knew that they had made her go insane, have insane bouts and all. My father's mother, my mother's mother-in-law, and the daughter, Zakia, both had connived. My mother used to say about Zakia against her, to my father, your mother and your sister, remember that. She used to really scream and all. So it's this meanness of this family. My mother called torturing her, torturing her behind her husband's back. They would torture her, and then in front of her husband they would be really good. So I mean, what could we do? So I hope I've rectified the mistakes, some of the mistakes I did in my last video in part 9. Where is Hazrat Fatima Zahra? Salam Allah Alayha.